Watching greatness, you know.
But dude, I'm not watching greatness when nobody scores a touchdown until the fourth quarter. And he's the quarterback. What's he doing?
Okay, that's exaggerating. Brady's. We all know.
What
Brady.
was the Super Bowl? This past Super Bowl? What was the final score?
In all Brady's career, he's at least had one touchdown in the first half.
What was the final score? In the Super
I'm not the
Bowl?
biggest fan of Brady.
I don't remember, but wasn't there not a touchdown until?
I don't remember, first of all, but I'm not the biggest Brady fan either. I just don't think. I mean, you can't deny his greatness, though.
Yeah,
you can't say.
I'm
I'm
not sitting here saying.
That's what I was saying. I was saying
any-
like, I also didn't like Brady, but
13-3 Patriots.
Okay, so
Touchdown was in the fourth.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Touchdown was in the fourth quarter.
It was the most.
So it was like 6-3 going into the.
It was
fourth?
It was 3-3 going into
That's
the
right.
fourth.
Yeah, that was a shit
one
Super
game.
Bowl. Or like,
Well,
okay.
Well, the
that's what they
Saints
say, a
Saints
pure-
should have been there anyway.
Like a
but-
pure football fan would be like, "Oh, that was an amazing Super Bowl," and talk about the defense and how it's. But me, nah, man, that's not a good Super Bowl.
But somebody,
No, it's not a good
somebody would have said last year's NBA Finals was good. I think last year's NBA Finals was not good.
Yeah, outside of the game one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just. Yeah, but it still was awesome to watch LeBron in game one.
But that's
Right?
one out of the.
Yeah, I know,
the
but
five games.
but it's awesome to watch. It is cool just to watch Brady, knowing that you're watching the best to ever do it. Like, there's
Right.
something about that, like, to me, like, it's like whenever I watch Tiger play golf, I'm like,
Correct. Same
yeah,
thing,
I'm rooting for
Sure.
somebody who's chasing something, who's chasing the only person in front of him. You know, that's like with LeBron and Jordan. You know,
Do you think
it's cool
our-
to see somebody like that?
Do you think our generation has had the greatest athletes of their time? Like
You can't compare.
like soccer, Messi and Ronaldo,
Oh, you're
arguably
talking
the best
about-
of all time.
He's talking about like in
LeBron,
comparison to
arguably
all
the best of all time. Tiger, golf.
No, because you could say like.
Nadal and Federer, tennis. Like they've
Yeah.
all.
Okay.
Oh.
Tom Brady,
Start
football.
for one thing at a time, though. Okay.
Yeah, Nadal
You
and
start with
Federer-
tennis, right? Nadal and Federer.
They're not
that's
our
a good
time.
point.
They're
That's
not
a
our
good
time
point.
though. They're like, dude.
What do you
They're
mean?
in their prime like 20 years ago.
They're
No,
still
they're playing
winning.
right now.
They're still
no,
winning
they're still winning.
Wimbledon's
What
and
he's
French
saying is
Open.
that,
Are they
like,
still doing it
Yeah,
today?
they still.
Oh shit! I
Nadal
didn't
just
know
won the
that.
French Open.
Oh shit! Did he really?
Yeah.
That's fucking.
If I
bad.
understand what David's saying correctly, he's saying that the guys that we idolize now, they,
Just that we grew
they
up
stand
with.
up
Guys we
against
grew up
time,
with.
like even against the best of the best.
No,
in the
there's no way.
past.
There's no way to know that, and
Is that what
no,
you're saying?
and no, I don't think they
I mean,
will.
That's what I'm asking.
It's a
I
different
think
game.
that it's naturally they are because everybody's building upon the generation before them. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I know how to do that. Plus, I add this little bit. I know how to do that. Plus, I add, you know, oh, that guy could fucking dunk. I can fucking dunk and shoot a three-pointer.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Their game
Dude, but I think
evolves.
certain guys like Tiger, nobody in the past, forget about Nicholson and all those guys. They don't compare to Tiger. It's just one of a kind, and that's that's the one guy that's in our generation that beats every other guy in the past.
I guess
In golf.
that's more. Yeah,
don't
I
even
feel
know
like it's
golf.
like, do we think we'll see another Tiger in our lifetime?
We obviously haven't.
But
We
what
haven't
about
seen
Brett?
somebody
What about
that
this dude
dominant.
right now? He's won four of like 9 appearances.
Yeah.
He's on his way.
I shouldn't talk golf.
Yeah,
'cause I have
Brooks
no idea.
Koepka, who I read today randomly that he's working with the architect that's designing the Memorial Golf Course.
Oh, really?
And it was talking about how that that's like really smart for him to do because he can see the way that these builders of golf courses think, and like, you know, it's advantageous for him to be his consultant on this.
What are you talking about? Like, how? First of all, how would that help you? Like, oh, he's gonna lay the
There's just,
grass.
like-
He's gonna lay the grass at a slanting.
Because they alter the courses like
Yeah, I
over
know,
time,
but-
you know. So it's just they're just like asking. They're like most of the time guys that become consultants whenever for projects
Yeah.
like that are like retired guys who aren't, you know, playing
Right.
professionally anymore. But he's like in his fucking prime. And they're like, they were just like referencing certain things that he was saying. Like, they're like, yeah, so and so. He can just hear like the plans. He's in on the plans of all these other golf courses that are being created right now because this architect, I'm sure, is throwing out all these ideas, and then he can see where the game is going based on that.
That's a bad. Oh,
It's
first
just
of
like-
all, I didn't know they like changed upgraded golf courses by
Like,
the
they-
time.
like, there was a-
What are you saying?
Well, no, I was just saying, like, I mean, when Tiger was coming up, they used to say, like, oh, they got to Tiger-proof this golf course because he's fucking hitting the ball from far, and he's making his second shot that much more clear than they ever thought was possible. It's also because the clubs change and stuff.
Yeah.
No, but he's right though. So the Masters, the biggest tournament of golf that we all know, the Masters, the World Cup of golf, right? Is played on the same course every year. But the course change.
Right, yeah, of course. So yeah.
So like, I think if you were to know how the course is built, that obviously is advantageous. Why is it not?
Golf is cool because it's only for rich people, and I get it. It's like you get to get drunk. It's like a gentleman's sport, so you're allowed to get shit faced, and there's no it's leisure, it's expensive, it's exclusive, it's a badass sport, but it's not like.
But what they were also talking about with him is how he's built. You know, and they're like, that's also like the Tiger effect. It's like now guys that are playing golf are also becoming more of like the athletic mold.
Dude, I still maintain Tiger was on steroids. I think Tiger was on steroids. I think he was. I think that's why he threw out his back, and I think that's why his swing was so ferocious, because he was on steroids. That's why I think.
Yeah,
that's why I think he fucked up once he got off. Once he got off, he fucked his shit up.
Do you think Jordan was on roids?
I don't know. What a badass job though, to be a consultant for a golf course, like to tell him like, hey, make the hill go this way.
He's just like, don't call me this weekend. I got the Masters. I'm gonna make 10 mil.
Yeah. I have a problem with them redoing Memorial though with that golf course, because it just like,
I never go there.
It just looks so like, it's not like a park anymore. It's just like a franchised outdoor space. Like it's like a mall but outdoors.
And the golf course takes so much space.
Yeah, and it takes so much space. It's like, it's barely even a park now. It's like mostly concrete. So it's just like, well, the biggest park in Houston is no longer a park anymore.
You know they're moving that golf tournament to that golf course?
Yeah, I know that. Where is everybody going to park though? That's why they're going to have to bus them in. I mean, obviously.
Wait, is that golf course done?
It's about to be. I mean, it's getting close. It's getting close. Yeah, it's getting close.
Like, how great of a golf course is it? It's supposed to be
I've
like.
never played it. I have no idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to judge them. But
I mean,
I don't really hear people like much buzz around it.
I went to
my work of golf.
I went to the one with my dad last year in Houston. The problem is it's in the middle of summer. It's hot as shit. Dude, you're sweating your ass off out there.
I mean,
no matter what you do, you're gonna be sweating your dick off.
Yeah,
but Tiger was not a good example of that person, though. I just thought about that.
And not a good example of what person?
Of what
arguably the greatest.
Because I think the closest would be soccer and tennis, probably closest that we have. Because that's the closest argument. I just think Federer probably is, because I just don't know. And again, I don't know nothing about tennis, but like Sampras, I guess, and those guys in the past, you got to compare them. But I think Federer has like more accolades than
the most titles.
Yeah, so.
Did y'all see that tennis player? I guess he lost or whatever. It might have been the French Open, but he started crying, and his son went out there and like consoled him. It's really sweet. It's a really sweet moment.
Probably was the French Open.
And the opposite player like started clapping, and everyone started clapping. It was really sweet. Like, got a tear in my eye.
It's cool.
Remind me of a Hallmark commercial, you know? I'm sure. You can get some sponsors off that for sure. I'm sure someone's going to want to use that videotape. It was really a tender moment. Shout out to Hallmark. Y'all got any personal accolades from this week? Any stories happened to y'all?
When you talk about that shooting.
We can talk about that shooting.
Well, I told you all the night started, and earlier that night I was looking out my window, and
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Keynote. Yeah.
But this dude, for everybody else, this guy he's walking down the street with shorts on. This homeless guy, he's wearing shorts but no shirt, and he's just walking right down Main Street downtown. He gets right in front of Bombay Pizza, and he just takes off his shorts and throws them on the ground, and he just starts covering like his dick and his ass like from both sides, and just kind of like, you know, like, I don't know, just kind of like dancing in a circle, just tripping off his balls. And then eventually he puts his shorts, or he picks up his shorts and he just puts them over his dick and covers up, and then he just starts sprinting down the street towards Finn Hall.
Tell them about those girls that like.
Oh yeah, and there were some girls coming towards Main Street from the opposite direction. So they cross Main Street and they get to the side where Finn Hall is, and I just see them like look down the street and see that guy, and then they all just turn around and go right back across the street.
I've absolutely done that before.
I've done that too, but never for anyone naked. But I wonder what it is about. Like, it's got to be meth, right? That makes you want to get naked. I always wonder what that's like.
That's alcohol for some people.
I've never had that. I never had that effect
I mean, that was
personally.
you and shrooms, man. You were taking off your shirt.
Whoa, 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 whoa! My
Hey, man.
family watches this, dude.
what's up,
I wasn't
fam?
taking off my shirt. Was I really?
Yeah, you took it off and put it back on, and you took it off again.
I did not remember. I did not remember that.
Yeah, that guy probably didn't remember getting naked either, man.
You think that guy remembers?
You
think he knows what he's doing?
Oh man, thanks for not
But
talking me down.
that's what was crazy was because it was just like 2 hours later whenever that shooting happened.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
must have
what
been
is
some bad. There
happening?
must have been some bad drugs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like somebody was selling some shit and
Would
everybody's
you,
tripping balls.
if someone was like, okay, I'm gonna shoot you for $100,000. I'm gonna do a 9mm and we have a doctor on scene. I'm gonna shoot you somewhere where it's not gonna be like in the ass, like it's non-lethal, but it's just gonna hurt. Would you do it?
Yeah, for sure. And
You are so full of shit.
just my butt cheek? Yeah.
I'd probably take it in the butt.
I don't have much of an ass anyway. You can shoot
Yeah,
me.
that could be problematic for you, man.
yeah, dude, you got less meat.
Yeah,
You got less.
your
You got less
kidneys-
meat. You're not gonna be able to
kidneys are
sit
right
down.
there.
You would not. You would wimp out. It was one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, it sounds good at the time, but once it came down to it,
you're
you'd be
pussy,
like,
dog.
you'd be like, no way.
We'll get $100,000. Let's test it.
$100,000 probably about the limit though. About as low as I'd go. When I
Yeah,
really
no, that'd be-
consider it,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
That's a good. That's a good number. Actually,
to put out there.
You ever seen those
Mil,
YouTube,
definitely.
you ever seen those YouTube videos where
You
the
made
guy,
everybody think for a second. You know.
I know, right? I know that was like the borderline. It was good. It was a good
It's
amount.
not like life-changing money, but it's nice money.
Yeah, it's like 100,000. What can I do?
You can
How long does it take?
Fuck around for a minute.
How long does it take to recover from a gunshot wound? I have no idea.
Big Poppy, man.
Dude, you heard about Big Papi? Like, they remove his colon and part of his intestines, dude. It's like that's the
Holy
only fucked up
shit.
part. Like,
do you
he's
need
gonna-
those things?
you definitely need your colon, so because he's gonna have to have one of those. What are the bags called? Not an enema bag, but he's gonna have to have a bag with him for sure to carry his
Yeah.
waste. So he had a colostomy, so he's gonna definitely have to have like he'll never be the same for sure. It's gonna affect his way of
Is
life.
he in the U.S. getting all that treatment, or is he in Puerto Rico?
I think he's still Dominican
Oh,
Republic.
Dominican Republic.
I think he's still in the Dominican Republic.
Nah, they flew him back.
Did they fly him back?
They flew him
I
back.
knew they offered to.
No. I don't think they. I think they offered to, but I think he was in critical condition.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think.
too
I don't think
far.
he could have. I don't think he could have flown him in that condition that he was in. So
Damn, that sucks, man.
yeah. Did y'all see the video? It's pretty crazy,
I didn't see the video. No.
dude. It's just like some dude they just roll up on a moped and you just see Ortiz just like sitting on like out on the patio by the rail. And the guy just pulls up and just gets out, and you see him like Dave Ortiz, like he shoots him like one. I don't know. I think he shoots him once, but he just goes like this, and it's just like what the hell, and then just kind of moves out of the way, and then everybody just like goes after the guy. They got one of them off the bike.
So
One of them got away.
He is in Massachusetts. He got there yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, he got
He
there
underwent a
yesterday.
second surgery.
Yeah, but he got shot, like-
after he arrived in
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
they flew him to Massachusetts.
Yeah, but after he was shot when?
He was shot in the Dominican, and they flew him.
Yeah,
like,
what day was he
they
shot?
flew him right away. Look at it. They flew him because they knew that treatment was better at Boston.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, so,
yeah,
It was over the
how,
weekend.
How
No
fucking
shit.
king are you that you got shot in a different country and they were like, "Yeah, I'm taking you to this
Yeah.
other
God, that's
country."
a
I got-
long way to go, man.
Yeah, I can't believe they took him that way.
Yeah.
Big Poppy.
I bet you they had some amazing. They probably had some like amazing doctors on board. Like, if we need to do surgery, we can do it on this plane.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they were just like, cost is not an issue.
It's the Three Kings, though. I was telling you, in Dominican Republic. But again, the Dominican Republic had like other problems than that, though. They had people like dying, tourists dying. You don't hear about that?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
People getting
Like,
sick?
yeah, from like
Air
somebody
conditioning.
drinking.
Oh,
No, I heard it was drinking whiskey.
Oh, I thought it was air conditioning.
Some white dude was like
Yeah.
a world traveler, and they
Yeah.
said that he drank whiskey and immediately fell ill, and then he died like 3 days later.
Right.
And they're like investigating, like, how?
the
did this-
DR too, right? Dominican Republic.
Yeah, I think so.
Some shady shit be going on down there.
Yeah, I know.
You want to go there?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely would still 100% still go. 100% would still go. There's still hot Mexican ladies down there, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go. I
Probably
mean,
not Mexican.
Dominican Republic. I know it's a joke. Yeah, I get
Big
it.
Poppy got shot because of one, supposedly.
No, I wasn't a woman. What you
It
think?
was a
That's what
woman.
they said,
That's what
yeah.
they said.
Oh,
dog.
for real?
You didn't know about the story? What do you think he got shot for?
Oh, dude, tell
What, you
me.
think
No,
somebody just wanted to
no.
shoot
I thought it was like attempted robbery. And
Dude,
no,
all right,
tell me what
You
happened.
don't follow baseball, but dude, Big
No.
Papi is like king in the Dominican.
Yeah, I
right?
got that.
I
Yeah,
mean, him
no
and
shit.
Pedro Martinez.
He's king here. He's king in Boston
Yeah,
too.
but dude, in the Dominican Republic,
Yeah, I know.
he's
Yeah,
fucking
everybody
king.
knows who he is.
So why
yeah.
would you want to shoot him?
Yeah, okay. So that's the only theory is just because why would you want to shoot him? It must have been a girl.
Ask Travis.
That's what they're saying. It was like he was fucking around with the guy's wife.
Some drug dealer's wife, drug kingpin's wife.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Supposedly they warned him real good, like, hey, you've been.
Oh, really? You've been warned?
Yeah, Big Papi's like,
Yeah, Big Papi.
Dude, you remember the speech he gave to the Boston thing where he fucking cursed?
Yeah.
That was sick.
I've never been close to someone like that. What happened? You know, like, I don't know. You've ever been like, there's guys that you just look at and you're like, this is a guy you don't fuck with. You don't do anything with. And the thing was when we were in Brazil, that one guy that was on that tour with that other chick is like, that's a guy.
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy doesn't look dangerous, but I guarantee, do not mess with that guy. Do not say anything. Don't even look at that dude. Don't look at him or his girl because he will have you murked.
Why you look at my shoes, sir?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I feel like that guy wouldn't have waited in that long ass line to get up to Christ the Redeemer though.
Yeah.
He'd have been like, I'm fucking out of here. I'll get somebody to drive me up this fucking hill.
You think he was just rich?
Yeah. You know who the fucking what boss man is waiting in
Yeah,
that line
that's
for 4
kinda-
hours
that's kinda
with his
true.
chumps, man.
That's true.
That sucked dick, dude. Definitely
Dude, that
would not be
was
waited there if
that
I
was
had-
terrible. Yeah, if I would have known it was gonna take that long,
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't been worth it. Great time though. We did see it. I got to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to see it. We had.
I want to go back when it's not a big event going on.
Do you remember how crazy it was when we did go?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go back there.
I wouldn't stay in.
I would rather go to
Yeah.
Cuba or I want to go to Colombia. I want to go to Colombia or Cuba. I think Colombia is a place to go.
Yeah, Colombia would be sick. Both would be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's my next trip. Anyways, did y'all hear? What's his name? He addressed Jon Stewart. He addressed the 9/11 victims in front of Congress.
Oh, I heard about that.
Dude,
I
did
saw
you watch
that.
it? Did you watch
Yeah.
the
I didn't
whole
see it.
speech?
No.
Oh
It's an
man,
awesome speech.
it was
Pretty passionate.
awesome. It was an awesome speech. It was like it was a tearjerker for sure. And he basically just shit on everybody in Congress, and then it really made you like, I don't know. It made me think like he's like basically saying the system's broken. And it was like the first like real example where you're like, yeah, this just says like everyone, it's not Republican, it's not Democrat. We should be doing something about this, and yet we aren't.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a big thing to fix. Like it's like a small amount of our money. You know, it's not like a big drastic. You know, there's not that many people that were in 9/11, but we can't even agree to give them money for healthcare when they're dying of cancer. Like what is the? There's no other opposite side. Everyone should agree we should help these people get treatment for their health. Like what is your argument against it? Like there's no argument against it. Yeah. So it was just like one of those like if we can't even do this, it was one of those moments like if we can't even do this to get healthcare for people for the workers that responded to 9/11, well then what are the chances we're gonna do anything else?
Yeah.
There's nothing else we can do.
Everything is about the party.
Right. Everything else is about the party. If we
just can't agree over.
Yeah,
this
we can't
because
even
we're not
do. We can't even do something stupid like this.
Yeah.
Then we're not gonna do anything else. But his speech was like really heart wrenching, and it was like good, and like you could tell he like kind of went
crying a lot lately, huh?
He went off the cuff. I know, right? It's a lot of stuff.
Second-
Yeah, seriously, it was another thing too. He went off the cuff, and you could tell like he was from the heart. You know, it was good. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's just awesome too because a lot of those first responders were there right behind
Oh,
him.
yeah,
like
dude.
sitting in the crowd. Like it was.
Yeah, and there was one dude that did like 69 rounds of chemo or something like that, or like he's doing like, dude, this guy looked.
Oh, that's bad.
This guy looked.
My bad. You said 69.
I got what you were saying, but Jesus. Yeah, I got what you were going with. But he did not look well, and I was like, yeah. So that's probably what if I were to imagine what 60 rounds of chemo looks like.
How many?
Especially that ninth one after 60.
Okay, guys. Well, I was trying to keep it.
But yeah, no, it was an awesome speech. Definitely watch it.
Yeah, it was a really good speech. I'm surprised y'all haven't seen it yet.
That reminds me of this show I've been watching, man. Or I have watched already.
What show?
Dude, called Chernobyl. Have you heard of it?
I want to talk.
That's a good miniseries. That's a
What?
good miniseries.
I
Okay.
heard it's really good.
Everybody and their mom's talking about this,
It's
so
depressing,
I'm gonna have
but-
to watch it.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
It's good. Does it really happen? I mean, just the fact how Russia was trying to cover it up. And
I was at lunch and one of my coworkers were talking about it, and they're like, "Yeah, when it really happened, it was really sad, and like all these people died." And I was like, "Wait, that really happened?" Like, as a joke. And they're like, "Dude, tell me you're joking." But yeah,
you should watch it. It's good.
Why is it sad though? Like because of the people that died in it. I mean, I know.
Yeah, just the ramifications from it, and people still suffering today, and even to this day, you can't even go back to.
Yeah, I know. They said that land's not going to be ready for like 100,000 years, or not 100,000, but like thousands of years. I don't know how long it is, but it's a long time.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's good.
What's your favorite part about it, Chang?
Did you watch them all?
Episode 4.
What happened in episode 4?
Yeah,
Can you tell me, explain it to me without spoiling it too much?
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
You got a cat, right?
Yeah, I do. Is it in there? Don't tell me.
All pet lovers. Andrea couldn't even watch. That was episode 3.
I mean, I'm not that big on. Animals die in the wild all the time, so I don't. I
thought Big Poppy getting a hot one was sad.
Yeah. I'm sure PETA wasn't too pleased.
Why would they? PETA should not give a fuck. This is a real life thing. So
no, I know. That's what really happened.
Doesn't matter what PETA. Yeah, I give a fuck what PETA thinks.
It's not real. It's all CGI, right? They didn't really take dogs out there and melt them.
They're like explaining real events. So
yeah, and they're explaining real events. Like, yeah, you think this is messed up? They about the hundreds of thousands of animals out there that really did get messed up.
Getting messed up right now, man.
Wait, so how long do you think you can't go out there at all? If you walked through, how long could you be on the ground before you would feel its effect? Can you walk through it, just one side or the other, and then you have cancer? Or is it an hour or two? How long does it take to get the effects in your body?
I don't know, man.
This is the wrong group of people to ask, but that's something that I would want to know.
They touch on some of that. Well, that was right after the explosion. They touch on that.
I mean, I'm not a science person at all, but dude, they do.
Do you know how reactor cores work? I watched it. YouTube.
They'll explain it to you.
I watched it. Explain it to you. Explaining it.
I'm not gonna explain it to you, but the show makes tons of sense.
I watched a YouTube video on nuclear power and stuff like that. Apparently, there's one in New York that it's so old that they can't do anything about it, and so they can't move it. And if there earthquake or anything natural disaster ever happens there, it could take out New York. We don't know what to do. Some of those
that's bad.
It's too old. We don't know what to do with it. Yeah. It's at the base of some river up there upstate. That's the only thing I remember is if anything ever happens to this old ass plant, that we're not gonna be able to fix it, and it's kind of fucked.
Damn.
It's not good, man.
Yeah. That is a good. I'll have to watch that though. I've heard so much about it.
How long is it? How many episodes?
It's 5,
I heard it's
right?
not that
short.
many.
It's a mini series.
Yeah.
A Wendy's employee has been fired for taking a bath in a kitchen sink.
Oh.
Have you seen that? There's so many great headlines on. You know what I don't like? They're that first responders episode. I feel like they're. This is an unpopular opinion I guess I have, is that I don't think that every first responder is a fucking hero. It's just my personal opinion.
What do you mean by that?
I just think they try firemen and policemen and paramedics. I get that you are doing a good job, but you chose that job. It's nothing about I mean, it is hero-esque that you're willing to lay down your life, I guess. But I didn't tell you to lay down your life. Go get another job where you don't have to do that.
But that's what makes it courageous, because they don't have to do it.
Yeah, but you're getting paid to do a job. I'm not. It's if you be courageous if you're doing it. Yeah, you don't exactly. You don't have to do it. If the job paid enough, if no one wanted to do it and the job paid enough, I would do it. But the job doesn't pay enough from me, so someone else is going to do it. But that just because they'll do it at a lower price doesn't make them more courageous than me. Does that not make sense? If it was paying $150,000 to be a paramedic or whatever it is, I would do it. I'd be like, yeah, that'd be a cool job. You get to do that. But I don't think it's not a hero-esque. You don't automatically just become a hero status just because you're one of those.
Well, Yeah, it depends. Being a paramedic is different than like putting your life on the line.
How is it different? I mean, it's more dangerous than an office job for sure.
I think if you do a good job, you should be commended for it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's.
I just don't like how everyone's like reverencing, like
but it's like also like they don't have to do it either. Like they're putting their lives on the line for no reason.
then don't do it. That's my point. Then don't do it.
I know, but if everybody thought that way, no one would do it, and so that's what makes them courageous.
That's not true. Because
then what are you saying? If you're saying don't do it, then don't do it. Then nobody's doing it.
If somebody has to do it, if they didn't have enough people to do it, they would have to pay more. And I'm saying eventually someone would do it. Someone would do that job. No matter what,
Yeah,
supply and demand. Supply and
now.
demand.
People are
Someone
doing
would do that job.
right now.
Yeah. Okay.
But they choose to do that job. You can get another job. You don't have to be a police
But
officer.
in your situation, they would choose to do that job too, just for more money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But in my exactly, they're choosing to do it. It's their choice.
Yeah. So what if they do a good job? Why can't we call them a hero?
What if taxi consultants do a good job, we're not going to call them heroes too?
You can. You can. I don't give a shit what you do.
All right.
If they're saving people, if they're fucking going into burning buildings and saving people, that's what makes them heroes.
How many times have you shown up late to your job? Should you not get paid? I mean, I don't get it.
Hey, we're leaving my job out of this, all right?
Yeah.
Apparently, see, I'm in the opposite.
I'm in the opposite.
I just don't really understand your argument.
Yeah, I have no idea.
My argument is I don't think they're heroes just because they're just making you being a police officer, being a
a lot of
firefighter.
firemen are like volunteers, so right.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'll give you that.
So
And they don't get paid like $100K, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know where you're pulling that money
I
out.
see what you're saying though. If they paid him a lot, I might consider.
Exactly, I might consider it, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like,
But there are countries that like draft their military guys, you know, like.
I think we should do that here in the U.S. That'd be cool.
Oh,
I think everyone should have to do. I think if you want to run for political office, you should have to serve in the military.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because that isn't our president called Commander in Chief.
Right. Yeah. How are you gonna do that and not be in the
they
military?
can't do some bullshit.
Yeah.
They actually have to go out and
You can't like not run a mile and be like, hey, I need you to go.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's like, dude, you need to do. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Seriously.
I think we should implement that law.
It's just so easy to be like, oh yeah, let's go fucking bomb that town.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta leave by
I have no idea what
Yeah,
war
that's
is.
true. I believe in that. But well, you also call Commander in Chief though, so you have to like have some military.
And if you're in the
spirit.
military, how are you gonna respect Donald Trump? You're like, what the fuck does this guy know? This guy can't run from me a quarter mile.
You know a lot of guys that were before him that didn't have military experience.
Yeah, but they weren't fucking idiots.
Doing that out of shit.
I mean, like what guys before him though? Not that many.
Yeah, there was
Obama
Jimmy
still
Carter
in the
for sure was not in the military.
Obama didn't. Yeah, but not that many. Just in
Yeah.
the recent history, really.
Jimmy Carter
It's just
was
going to become more and more.
Jimmy Carter was an actor before he was president.
Reagan? You
Yeah,
mean?
pretty boy.
Reagan was.
Reagan was?
Yeah,
Reagan was an
Oh.
actor.
Bro,
Jimmy Carter was a peanut factory. No, he owned a peanut farm. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why I know that.
Yes.
Did you hear Joe Biden and Trump are having like something going on in Iowa tonight? Like they're having meetings on opposite sides of the state. I hate Joe Biden. I hate Joe Biden with a passion. I hate that guy so much.
I also heard that. Man, what was I gonna say? There's a world news that I was gonna. Hong Kong is under some protest. Y'all hear about that?
Oh yeah.
Say that again? Oh yeah, yeah. What are they protesting? I don't even know what's going on over there.
I think
Extradition, right?
Yeah, something about something about like if you commit a crime. Well, they want to pass this law where if you commit a crime in Hong Kong, they can extradite you to mainland China. So pretty much like.
And they want people to do that, or they don't want to be able to extradite you.
They don't.
Well, the people don't want to be
extradited to China.
Yeah.
If you commit a crime in Hong Kong,
because they feel like
you're
going to
be in Hong Kong, right?
Standalone.
Okay.
Because
I forgot. Wait, so Hong Kong technically is still under China's control, technically?
Technically, yeah.
I thought it was independent now.
Yeah,
or like it was under British control for like 100 years.
I think it's like debated. Like I think China was like, okay, y'all can be y'all's own thing under these rules, sort of thing.
Well, it was under British control for like 100 years. And
yeah, but that was a long time ago.
And then like 20 years ago, whatever was the end of like their contract or whatever. So there's a big
contract.
I mean, that's basically what it was.
They get free.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. So they did a big like whatever. Like a big ceremony and all that shit, like a handover to them. And
really?
Independent, yeah.
A big handover. Where you get all
Like
these-
handover of power. Like okay, like
Yeah.
now
So
you're
why
no
did-
longer under our control.
So why doesn't just Hong Kong just govern themselves? Why did?
Because China
Yeah.
fucking owns it. It's fucking
yeah,
right there,
China
and
does,
they're
yeah.
just
Man,
like,
not play Risk.
you're staring up at this fucking
I heard-
giant.
You play
Yeah,
the game
so
Risk.
from
You gotta protect your lands, dog. Like, how you gonna do that?
From the Wall Street Journal is what you were saying, Chang. At issue is a widely unpopular bill that would allow extradition of alleged criminals to China from Hong Kong, which critics fear will be abused by Beijing for political means.
Because
For sure.
the main problem is
yeah.
not like ownership. The main problem is China is communist. So
Right.
Hong Kong
So
isn't.
China could be like, if you're a business owner, you won't pay enough taxes. They can just be like, you're a criminal. You're coming to China.
Yeah, I've heard
that
stuff
makes
like
sense.
that they do that already with journalists
Yeah.
in Hong Kong who are saying
Yeah.
shit about China.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You think?
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
China
that
doesn't.
career is just straight killing
Yeah,
spies.
yeah.
Yeah.
You think they
China's not
they care?
persecuting these guys?
Dude, they run over people
You
with.
think journalists are heroic?
Yeah.
Yeah, more so than
Well, certain ones.
Yeah, because
certain ones just use it to like get fame. Like
okay,
certain ones
okay,
obviously-
okay. Take it this way: journalists, if you like, journalists aren't like police. You don't have other people backing you up. If you're a journalist
Yeah,
and you get killed, that's you just
Yeah.
got
Well,
killed.
no, the ones that aren't from like the U.S., the ones from like
Yeah.
Well, the US
war
ones-
countries.
Dude, US ones too.
The ones who are speaking out against their government in places where
Correct,
they don't
correct,
have free
correct.
speech,
Yeah,
that
right,
they know they're
Right,
like
exactly.
doing
Turkey
illegal
and
shit.
stuff
Exactly.
like that, like,
Okay,
yeah,
they're
that's
like,
right.
that's what I'm saying. If something happens to you, there's no repercussions.
operating on their
You're
own.
just dead,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And you know that's it.
But what about like what do y'all think about Snowden, the American?
Yeah, I
who
think
was-
Snowden's more
but
of a hero
even
for
though
sure.
he could have revealed things that are apparent that could be a threat against us if he released stuff that was like a security threat against our own country.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what they're saying. Like
That's-
he's,
I don't think
that's
that's
like
true.
treason,
I
basically.
don't think that's true. I don't think they're just looking. They're just. It's just like China. They're just looking for a reason to arrest him. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think
don't know what
Snowden's
the
a.
truth
I
is,
think
but-
Snowden's a patriot, and
Yeah, it's
he's
just-
shown us stuff about our government. Our government's like just pulling to China and being like, "Oh, that's against. We need to protect our people,"
Yeah,
which is what anyone would say if they, it's a matter of having control over your people.
Yeah,
So that's what I don't know, but yeah, I think journalists are more so heroes than.
Firemen.
Yeah, because that's an actual selfless act. What are they getting out of that? I mean, I don't know if that many. Other people that are more in the news, I'm sure, are journalists. But
I mean,
how many
that's a
journalists?
career.
How many journalists do you know?
and they're not getting fame out of it.
Yeah,
Maybe they're
exactly.
firemen.
I don't know any firemen either.
But whenever you go to NFL games or like people were like,
Yeah.
they
Oh.
have fundraisers for firemen or have Firemen's Appreciation Day or something like that.
Journalists are respected by people in the know.
I'm definitely not one of those people because I don't
they
know.
don't.
any-
They don't care about the general public though.
Yeah.
They're not like.
So
they're
they're
the
just-
opposite
they're just
of,
going to,
they're
like-
why the fuck would I care
Because
about
they're
the
not like
Kardashians? I'm covering the
we're
front
paying
lines
attention
of
to like
this,
pop culture.
Yeah,
They're
stuff
paying
that
attention
actually
to,
matters.
life
Yeah,
and
that's
death,
like the
you know?
polar opposite.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
We
they
care
don't,
about,
they don't
like-
live for that stuff.
Yeah. Half our lives is entertainment.
Did y'all see that 1 out of 7 Hong Kong people took to the streets? Like 1 out of 7.
Damn,
It was
really?
like, yeah.
Dude, looking
Yeah,
at these
dude,
photos,
they're
it
insane.
looks like crazy.
Yeah. And in numbers,
Yeah.
I don't know if we could ever do that here because I think it would just turn like to mayhem in the streets if people did that.
Yeah, people would be doing it for the wrong reasons, man.
I think people
would
would-
just be like taking advantage of it.
No, I think the U.S. has a way, like if people got in that big of groups like that, they would just police would send out undercover officers to start to riot, and they'd be like, "Oh, this crowd's starting to riot, so we got to put it under control."
But they did that to those guys in Hong Kong too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to try to put them down.
I think that happened in Egypt a couple years ago as well.
Yeah.
When it gets bad enough, the people always like revolt though. That's crazy, you know.
It's on my bucket list to be a part of a protest. It's got to happen sooner or later.
What kind of protest?
I don't know. Gotta
How
think-
big does it have to be?
Sucks. Yeah. I think it has to be pretty bad for me to have to protest, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pussy. I protesting.
It's hot outside. I got you.
Yeah, it's real hot, man.
It's hot. I got things
Like
to do.
I gotta protect my house. Like, you think like everybody leaves? Like, dude, somebody's gonna get robbed.
Did you know the LA riots, like the Asian community is like the only one that stuck together and they were on top of their stores, murking
Yeah.
people with guns? Respect. That was
that's
cool.
crazy.
That's true.
Mexicans were just like, we don't know.
It gets real bad. I mean,
Cerveza.
man.
Anyways. Well, what do y'all think about Gay Pride Depreciation Week.
Wait,
How long has June been the month for that?
I don't know.
Well,
Did Pride-
does it
did
rotate?
Pride already
Gay pride,
happen?
gay pride thing rotates?
I think it's always June.
did Pride in Houston already happen?
No, well,
I thought it happened when we were out of town.
I don't think it. No, I think it. Hold on, Houston. I think June is the month for it though.
Yeah, it is the month. What are you talking about?
How long has that been? I don't remember it being like a.
I think it was only like in New York, right? I don't know. I don't know when that started to happen, and I don't know why they picked June, the hottest month in the year.
Well, here it is. Well, August.
I mean, it's technically the hottest month for everybody. It's just different temperatures.
I saw a graduation. I don't know if y'all saw it this year. It was great though. There's a graduation speech,
Oh,
and
sorry. Next weekend. Houston.
Oh, Houston, yeah.
Gay Pride next weekend.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
dang. Isn't that your birthday?
I've never been.
June 22nd. It's not on my birthday, but it's that weekend we're gonna be out of town.
Well, we can still celebrate it.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate it for sure. Getting my. I don't mind. Like, it's almost like too much. You know, it's just like. It's just too much. It makes me uncomfortable. Like New Orleans. New Orleans is too much for me. It's like during Mardi Gras. It's like I don't like alcohol this much, and there's no reason to party this much.
Yeah.
It's like St. Patrick's Day too.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day too. It's like, well, this is just. I like the beer too, but this is no one really gives a shit about this holiday, and this is y'all are just looking for excuse to
Yeah.
get drunk.
I mean, it is cool because
gay,
it gets.
Gay Pride's more than that.
It's
More
cool
than-
because it gets
Why-
people
why is
who don't normally get. It's because like, dude,
Oh, he to walk in the streets with leather assless chaps like he always wanted
I'm
to.
talking about like my friends who wouldn't normally like stay out super late or get drunk are more likely to. It's just kind of cool. I'm like,
yeah.
all right,
Yeah,
cool.
isn't that-
If you want to get wasted today, cool. It's just another Friday night out. You know, but like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense.
so
Yeah,
Brings
makes
Be a
people
little bit more
together.
crowded
Like, I
out.
don't
Yeah.
understand. It's not bad. Yeah.
All right, I get it.
Any
Yeah,
chance
yeah,
to
that's a good
party,
point.
I
All right,
think,
that
is
is
yeah.
a good thing
so I don't mind, encouraging people to party.
to make bad decisions.
But I mean, New Orleans is that's different. 'Cause it's like, all right, man, it's 9 a.m. You really need to be drinking that fucking hurricane with like 3 shots of liquor in it.
Well, like Chang would say, Liverpool
Jesus,
better
man.
at least be on TV
yeah, you need to, you gotta have a better excuse than that.
to say the game's on.
Yeah. No, it's just like when you see people in whips and chains down the street, and you're like, all right, guys.
Okay, that's
There's,
not-
and then you see kids out there. You see like kids out there.
I don't know what.
I
part
know.
you
I'm talking about on Gay Pride on this weekend, on Gay Pride weekend.
Oh, you think people would have that?
Yes. What are you talking about? Yeah, absolutely, they will be.
Yo,
You never
okay,
been- you
That,
never
stuff,
been?
that stuff is a little like.
Yeah, it's taking a little extreme. That's what I'm saying. It's a little much. Like I get it, but
I feel like
let's calm
the
down.
gay community should get together as like and then talk about that stuff. Like, hey, that's not helping the agenda.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe they're
That's
more.
true.
Maybe they're more. What they call
Conservative,
more together. They
united.
Yeah, united. There you go. Maybe they're more united now, so they can talk it out. They have more meetings. Maybe they have more
You think they have meetings? We in the
Yeah,
meetings
they
involved.
definitely meet in June.
I like that you pointed to Dave.
Well, his birthday's in June. Happy early birthday, Dave.
Appreciate it, man.
36. How's it?
36.
How's it feel?
We're old, man. Not 36 old though.
You had me fooled, man.
Oh man, Boston lost. That's gonna suck. You a lot of sad Boston fans.
Well, I guess that's good. They won Stanley Cup since they lost their NFL team. So
Who did?
St. Louis.
Oh yeah, St. Louis.
St. Louis was in Boston?
What? What?
No, you know how the Rams went to LA?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know St. Louis was in Boston. Or St. Louis is in Massachusetts? St. Louis, Massachusetts. Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
Man,
What
I
are
don't
you
even know where to
talking about
correct.
right
I don't know where to correct any of that, man.
St. Louis,
You know what state is St. Louis in?
Massachusetts.
Dude,
Missouri. St.
there
Louis,
you go.
Missouri.
There you go.
Wait. St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
What Boston? What does that have to do with Boston, though?
They just beat Boston.
Oh.
I'm just saying, yeah, St. Louis lost their football team, so it's nice that they won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, they won right now?
Yeah.
Okay, go guys. That's great news.
Go Blues.
Go St. Louis.
Nelly be happy. 2 Band-Aids tonight for Nelly.
Is he really from St. Louis?
Yeah, St. Lunatics. What are you talking about? Absolutely.
Oh, that's crazy.
From
I
St. Louis?
forgot about that.
Oh my. How did you forget about that?
Well, I forgot that he had the group St. Lunatics.
How you forget about it's hot in here? Have some respect.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here, actually. Did you shut off the AC or what? Yeah, Nelly, man. But yeah, St. Louis only has a hockey team, I guess. They don't have anything else.
That's it.
I saw.
Wait, the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Or they don't have the Rams
baseball.
anymore, but yeah.
Damn.
God, I forget Missouri's a state.
Hey, next year?
Yeah, what are you getting mad at me for? I forget St. Louis is a state, man.
No, I did not get mad at you.
Or Missouri.
That was
It's
making
Missouri.
fun of
You know what I mean. Shut up. You're an asshole. You know what I meant.
Hey, you know the Raiders are playing Vegas next year?
Yeah, I know.
Talk about New Orleans.
You think anyone's
New
gonna?
Orleans is
You
crazy.
think anyone's
You
gonna?
think Vegas like
You think-
New Orleans on steroids?
You think anyone's gonna go to Vegas on a? You know how hot it is gonna be in
Yeah, but
freaking
there's gonna be
Vegas.
so many random people
Yeah,
there.
it
It's like,
is.
hey, I want to watch a
No, the
football
NFL's
game.
in the fall, winter. So it's going to be fun.
When's it start, David?
Late September.
Yeah,
Fucking
it does start
August.
in the fall.
But it's still 1,000 degrees.
Yeah, the
It's
first,
still-
couple,
yeah, it's
couple
really-
weeks will be not great. But
Yeah.
outside of
They
that,
have to have a close stadium.
All the away teams are going to, that's when all the fans are going to visit.
Oh yeah, that would,
Yeah,
yeah,
you know
that
what
would
I'm
be
saying?
cool.
Like,
Yeah, if you're
they're
gonna go to
gonna make
Vegas,
money. Like,
if you're gonna go to
it's a
Vegas
smart
and see the
venture.
Houston Texans, that wouldn't be
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, because like even random people there, like you want to watch a Raiders game? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever. I've never seen a football game, so yeah.
yeah, it'd be cool.
Wait, the Raiders moved from Oakland
Yeah.
to where?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, where'd the St. Louis?
Is that
Where'd the Rams
St.
go?
Louis went to LA.
Uh,
Oh, that's what it was. That's right.
It's
That's
like
right. That's
Oakland,
right.
Oakland lost 2 teams, really.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose
Yeah.
2 teams.
Golden State Warriors this
this is the
year.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Wait, where are the Warriors going?
San Francisco. Across the bay.
God, that's so typical. Yeah, it's like a. What's the? I can't remember. You know where they buy? What's it called?
Gentrification?
No. Silicon Valley, they would buy, just like it's just they're gonna buy the best. So let's go
Yeah.
ahead and buy the best basketball
Yeah,
team and
it's
just move
gonna-
into
they're already
fucking
saying
Stanford.
how
You know what I'm saying? It's
it's
like just
pricing
put everyone money
Yeah.
we won and let's
It's
just
pricing out a lot.
Yeah, it's pricing out. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what,
How much you think tickets are gonna be to go to see?
it's
You
insane.
think the average?
Oh,
What is
tell
it?
him, Travis.
Well, yeah, this lady, I told you about this old Asian lady at my work who always asks me about basketball. Well, she has a sister who lives in San Francisco and has season tickets, and she was telling me for the new arena, it's before you can even buy the season tickets, you have to buy like the license
The
for
PSO.
the seat. Yeah, the personal seat license. You have to buy the rights to the seat itself. And that is like $1 million for the lower section of the new arena, and then you have to buy your season ticket on top of that, which
You
is
get
probably
it-
like 30,000.
You gonna buy it for? You have to wait. Is it just for that season or is it for life? Like you own the seats.
You own that.
Right,
seat
right.
license, yeah.
Yeah, it's like land rights, you know.
Yeah, it's like
buy
the boss-
land,
like
you
boss-
buy
But it's
the
just
bottom,
like, dude,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like she's buying it like peak value for the Warriors,
She's gonna buy them.
She already has season tickets now, so think, man. I don't know what she does or how much money she has.
Yeah.
Not her sister, but yeah.
We have a lot of money,
Wow.
I think.
They probably do.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no way, the common person's ever gonna see the true basketball fans
Yeah,
ever
I
gonna
know,
see
it's
get to
fuck-
see a basketball
That's
game.
why, like, the most
crazy.
authentic thing that it is like for concerts. Like at Warehouse, you see how fans
Yeah.
can buy tickets when they come out, and then they can go wait outside and go. It's general admission, so you
Yeah.
can go as close as you can get.
Right,
like if
right.
you really want to get there, which would be badass if like sports arenas were like that.
Right.
And if you want to sit courtside, you got to show up the day before and camp all night.
Damn.
But you got to be a hardcore fan. That's like how it is at A&M games.
Yeah.
People camp out for days. But those are that's how you get the rowdy fans on TV.
Or like the Duke fans, or
I'm not hardcore about any sports,
Yeah,
any
me either.
concert.
I would
I've never
probably-
understood
Dude, I mean, I
anyone
never
like that.
respect that stuff too, man. But dude, being at the stadium, like, if you go to like a playoff game or something, that's crazy.
I love the energy. Yeah, I get it, but still, it's like, man, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be one of those people, but I support those people
Yeah,
being able to go.
I support.
Like,
Yeah, which they won't be able to anymore.
Oh, is that the sidewalk shooting?
What is that? Wait a second.
I don't think that's even in Houston, dude. So
Yeah.
Think so?
I don't think so. It's streaming from somewhere else.
Oh, it's in New York. I see the NBC New York local news.
Oh yeah, we were just watching the Bruins.
Yeah, it's crazy though that the Warriors moving to San Francisco.
Yeah, it sucks. $1 million. That's insane. How much
That's what it's
money?
like.
How much money is people making? That's crazy. That's cool.
San Francisco is just expensive in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. I heard like 200K. You're barely surviving.
Fuck, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I wish I was smarter.
Yeah, I should try harder.
Just invent something.
Then something. I don't even think that works anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but Mark Zuckerberg was like, yeah, I mean, you can't just think like things just stop
Yeah, that's
investing.
It is crazy. I told you when I went, I made friends with this dude. We go and smoke at his apartment afterwards, and he lives with one girl and 2 other guys. They each had jobs that pay anywhere from like 60 to 90,000.
Is this
and
in
it's
the-
a small ass
Is this
in San Francisco.
In San Francisco? Wait,
Small-ass
when
apartment.
did you?
That
wait.
was like 2 years ago, like right before Thanksgiving. I went for like a work trip. And I just stayed out there for the weekend.
Okay.
'Cause I'd never been-
Yeah.
I'd never been
And you just
before.
met some random
I
people.
met
out
a
there?
dude at a brewery, and we just got to talking, and then his friend showed up, and then we ended up just going back to their place to smoke, and then we went out that night. But it was 4 of them living in a small ass apartment in San Francisco, and they each made anywhere between 60 and 90. I was
That's
like, dude, I
insane.
can't even fathom. Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, that's real. That's nuts.
4 people in a small.
Yeah.
It's
Do
just
they
not
each have their own
working,
room?
man. It's
Yeah,
just
they
Well,
each
that's not
had their
even
own
worth
room,
it.
but it wasn't like anything nice. It was like a basic apartment.
Knock on
Like-
wood. I'm waiting for the next housing collapse, and then I'm gonna buy a house. That's my plan.
You're gonna do it here?
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
The housing collapse like happening across the board.
I think it's gonna happen in the next 10 years.
How is that?
Yeah, I think
happening?
the market's gonna crash.
Because it's getting so expensive that no one can afford it, and like there's like been flags like the average, like I heard like like people are what's the opposite word for foreclosing on your home? They can't make the payments on their cars,
Oh, they're
and
upside
that's
down
a
on
big
Oh,
like
you told me
about this,
indicator.
yeah.
And then I saw a stat today that like half of U.S. jobs pay less than $18 an hour. And I was like, no one can sustain. You can't sustain a household on a job that pays $18 an hour. I don't care who you are.
Yeah,
You
I think
can't.
it's-
Like it's gonna get just getting tougher and tougher, and prices get more expensive. So like it just. I think it's just.
something has to give.
It's something has to give. I think it's just gonna take one natural,
mean,
one
I
like
don't
big
know.
natural
Maybe-
disaster for everything to just be like,
I feel like the thing that'll happen
natural
is whenever
disaster,
they,
like
or some big event that would just make everything just be like,
war.
yeah, and we wouldn't be able to afford
it's
anything.
just like interest rates have been low for so long
Yeah.
that they keep like teasing that they're gonna raise them, but
And
they
they
keep
don't,
hesitating
but then
at the
they
last
don't.
minute.
Yeah.
because they're fucking terrified of what's gonna happen
Right.
once they do.
What happened?
But it's
once
just,
they
but
do?
in Houston, I feel like just people are continuing to move here. That there's still gonna be demand.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause
Houston's one of the better markets because
Yeah.
we
You
had
talking
oil
about
and
Houston?
gas.
I think it's almost 1,000 people a day that are moving to Houston.
God,
That
man,
is
last I read.
It's so
insane.
many, and you see these. Yeah, every day I hear about this new like high-rise apartment
Yeah.
building or whatever. I'm like, how is that sustainable?
Yeah, I
But-
know.
But then again, it's like people fucking moving
Dude,
all over.
every time I see any building around this area completely, I don't even assume what it is. I just go, oh, they're putting
it's
in
an
they're putting a new apartment
yeah,
complex,
yeah,
luxury apartments.
Yeah.
everywhere, man. And you know they're all going for fucking
Yeah,
1,000 plus a month
yeah,
every
I
single
know,
unit.
I know. It's just like Jesus.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you used to be able to buy a house, like a nice house for
yeah,
that,
but
like
I think
20
just
years
more
ago.
people are renting than buying now too.
That's not a good thing though.
like,
This is a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. Yeah, you're losing money when you rent.
We're all.
yeah,
losing
but
money.
you also. I mean,
I
there's
know,
arguments
I
to
know,
be made.
I know.
man.
You don't have to pay.
Oh wait, I want to hear that.
No, but not only that, but in the meantime, the money that you haven't spent on your down payment, if you haven't invested in the
Yeah.
market, you're making money
so
off that.
what market?
and, like,
Okay.
You know,
The
no,
market has been fucking
no,
killing
it's
it.
been the
last,
market's
like,
been
10
killing
years
it.
now.
Yeah, the market has been killing it lately.
You got money in the market.
It's just like
So they're saying,
what monies do you got in the market?
relax, Jake, relax, relax, buddy.
But the problem is, yeah, like buying now. It's
Arlen's
just,
market.
You make money off your house because you're hoping that it appreciates in value.
Right, right,
Unless you're
right.
gonna own that house for like 20 years. Right now, I don't know how much things are gonna appreciate.
Right.
Fucking townhomes in Edo have been selling for over 300,000
nuts.
for like 4 years now. It's
Yeah.
already priced in.
Right.
Any growth.
When
in
we
that area
first
is
moved in
already
there,
priced
it was like 250, and now they're upwards of 320,
Yeah,
350.
they're already
Yeah,
as
that's what
much as
my-
a
Yeah.
similar place would be in like the Heights or
Yeah.
like anywhere else. It's like even though Edo's not there yet,
Yeah,
they're already
it's already priced in.
man.
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah,
So
for a
it doesn't really
shithole.
make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
And
just doesn't make
and
sense.
to me, I'm just like, God, I'm buying one of a million cookie cutter
Yeah.
townhomes. You know,
Yeah.
like it's nothing really about the place. It's
Yeah.
See,
It's
I'm
just-
with,
it's just
I'm with-
location.
I'm just with Travis. Like something has to give. That's not sustainable. You
No,
can't just
he's
keep
like, you're
raising
screwed either
prices.
ways. What he's saying is like, if you rent, you're screwed. If you put down
yeah,
one
because
house,
pretty
right now
much,
I just
pretty
can't
much.
justify buying when
Yeah.
I already think I'm not getting a good deal.
Right,
I've looked
right.
at places like I spent hours on them.
So
They're
you know, like
Right.
those homeless people that sleep outside our house, they're actually the smart ones.
They're actually not doing bad. I mean, they're living their
they
life.
just
They're
hold
enjoying
on to their
it.
cash, waiting for
They're
the market
saving
to
up,
come
yeah.
That's my biggest expense. Literally, my biggest expense is my house.
We're gonna be hanging out outside their place.
Oh yeah. Hey, you want to use my bathroom tonight?
Just drop down some toilet paper, please.
Oh, man.
Real talk though, man.
Yeah, I know.
No, there's I went to the dentist last week, and the dental assistant there.
Damn,
I
you
guess
rich
the
enough
house.
to go to the dentist? How rich are you?
Yeah. I was
You're
like,
not
yeah,
going
what are you talking about? I didn't realize we were
Yeah.
Mr. Moneybags over here
This guy
going.
just sent me a thing for the
You
88
don't,
bucks.
you don't have dental? You don't have dental at your workplace?
Sorry, man. I'm not fancy.
Alright, go on,
I'm
go
not
on.
fancy like you are, man. I don't go
You
to
just schedule your appointments like a real
him
guy.
and his fancy bones in his face.
Oh my god.
He's got a lady to schedule his
Give
appointment
me
for.
shit for going to the dentist. Give me a break.
Hey, Allison. 2:00 on Tuesday.
Hey, my right tooth hurts a little bit.
Give me-
Give me an appointment tomorrow, too.
Yeah, I want the floss and the whitening too.
Just a floss. Just a regular
It's
checkup.
probably too good for the toothbrush to give them.
Yeah. It's not Orbit. Get out of here. All right.
She did tell me to go with the motorized toothbrush.
I've heard those are good.
It's better for the gums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
gonna
it's
say about that?
yeah, but essentially she grew up in the East End, like closer towards like 610, 45, like further back in the East End. And she essentially has the house she grew up in, but recently the property taxes on that jumped like 20%.
What?
They're
Yeah, exactly.
The valuation of the house, and she's like, "There's no way that house would sell for that right now." So she said her and her neighbors are all like protesting.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
protest the
yeah.
value. Yeah.
But she's like, "Yeah, it's crazy."
Yeah, everybody at my work tries to do. I don't even know what that means. Protesting.
You just say like like they have surveyors that come in like for a neighborhood and say, oh, this house got remodeled and it makes the property value of all the houses go up because there's less crime, less drugs, whatever. And then but you can go and say like my house is 80 years old, I still have shitty plumbing, we still have abandoned houses down the street, and I don't think it's worth that much. And if I try to sell it, and so you'd go and say like this house sold for 100,000 6 months ago, this house sold for 150, and there's no way mine would sell for 300 based on these other that
Okay,
sold.
if I was a judge, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna give you.
Exactly.
$299.
That's what. That's what.
Pretty
That's what they.
easy, too.
That's what they hope they do. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, just people have to do the legwork, which obviously is worth it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's going
that
to
is
save you thousands of
Yeah,
dollars.
it's gonna
But
save you
it's something they just have to do and go and protest.
No,
that.
but what if the judge's like, yeah, okay, if your house is not worth 300, let me buy it from you for 299 right now.
They can't force you to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what you're saying, though, right? You're saying your
That's what
house-
we're saying.
It's a fucked up system. When I know exactly what's happening, you're essentially telling them, hey, my house is not worth this much value because you don't want your taxes
Well-
to be high because it's based off of that.
Okay.
But if
Yeah.
you were gonna sell your house,
Right. Well,
You're gonna
well,
sell
think
at a
about.
high-ass
Okay. Well,
value.
there's two things. Think about how the state's just trying to get money. One, they're just trying to say how high it is, so they want the most taxes. Number
Right.
one, and number two, they don't have that many surveyors, so they just a survey goes out and does the whole neighborhood, and based on the ultimate data they have from that whole neighborhood, they spend maximum. They can only spend they have other neighborhoods that they go to, so they can only spend so much time. So they just use quantitative data to cover that area and just base it out on that whole area. So it's not really necessarily on Chang's house, it's on Chang's neighborhood and based on the average. So even though Chang's house isn't based like that, he's saying that the average of this neighborhood is something like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's basically the government's just trying to get the most money out of you. But that's sad that people are gonna, like, old people are, I think it's in Houston, I think it's like 55 or 65. Once you get to that certain age, you don't have to pay, I don't think you have to pay taxes, property
Oh,
taxes
really?
anymore. Yeah. Once you get to like retirement
That's
age,
cool.
I don't think you have to pay property.
Grandfathered in, basically.
Yeah, basically. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the cutoff age. That's the way it is in Houston, I want to say.
You can see how that would just build.
So basically, if you buy a house, you want to
Yeah.
put in your mom's name, so that way she wouldn't have to pay. You wouldn't have to pay property taxes on it. But then when she
Yeah.
died, you would have to pay the
inheritance tax.
inheritance tax or whatever
Yeah.
they have.
how do
Which
y'all know all this stuff without even owning a house?
I mean, I just know a lot
I
of it.
just know that's a big thing.
Yeah, because the inheritance tax is a big fucking thing
Every
for
time
millionaires.
elections come up,
Right,
it's
inheritance
like
tax.
a debate issue. Like, oh,
Inheritance
because wealthy
tax.
people don't want it because then obviously they inherit all this money and they don't feel like they should have to pay a tax for inheriting their parents' money, what's already in their family.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to pay a tax on that.
Yeah, but
But obviously, like,
it doesn't matter that much for you because
Yeah, I don't have that
I mean
money.
your parents are they have some money but they don't have
Yeah.
that much. But when you're like talking about hundreds of millions, then it becomes an
that
issue.
bill
Yeah,
is
but
a lot.
I just, like, in general, I just don't want tax to be high for anybody.
Yeah, ideally yes. So that
But
makes
the government needs to get money from somewhere.
yeah.
That's why
And
we invade other countries. Oh, tell me I'm wrong.
why would we invade other countries? We got Asian people right here to invade.
I don't know what that means.
That means we're not getting it from Mexico because they are broke as fuck. So we got to go somewhere where the money is.
Dude, we're fighting Iraq.
Have you seen the movie Crazy
Oh,
Rich
not
Asians?
Iraq, Iran. We're fighting Iran.
Have you seen that movie Crazy Rich Asians?
Uh,
So I'm just saying we got to get it from somewhere. We're gonna get it from them.
sure. Got you.
Jay, would you shoot me if we were in a war?
What do you mean?
Like if you were on the opposite side of me and I was in the Mexico side, would you shoot me?
No, I would not.
Dude, Mexico wouldn't take you, JP.
Thanks, man. Wait, what? That's fucked up. Why is that?
They're gonna make you take the test like Andre had to for USA.
Yeah.
What do you think the test is? Can you pronounce our T? What is this called?
That's not. I don't think that's Spanish.
No, it's
Yeah, this is. Oh, it's Belgium. It's Belgium.
Yeah.
I thought this was Spanish this whole time.
yeah, there it is, man. There it is.
Yo, man.
Sponsor of the pod.
Yeah.
Oh, we're supposed to cover labels.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
You see?
We'll have to do it next. This guy's got Marvin Zindler.
Oh, that's a Houston staple
Yeah.
though.
Where'd you get that shirt from? It's ridiculous.
Craig actually got it for me. And to entice me to come see their house in spring.
Oh, it's a sick shirt. It was well worth
I didn't
it.
know this was all he was wearing.
Yeah, it's sick. You got it made, or it was just one?
No,
one?
someone. It was in a text chat like months ago. I think Etsy. Someone came across on the Etsy store, and I was like, "Who do I pay?" And Craig just got it and was like, "Come to the house and you'll
Dude,
get
yeah,
it."
Craig's awesome.
Craig Liberty,
That's a-
shout out.
that's a sick
Craig and
shirt.
Joey, congrats on the new pad.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful house in spring.
Yeah. Speaking of how much did they pay for it? I think he told us.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we just talked about that, right?
Yeah, we did. I don't know.
Hey,
What
Craig,
they
you're a
said.
dumbass.
No, you gotta get Craig on the pod to talk about home ownership.
Yeah, for sure. New homeowners.
I mean, essentially, you're screwed either
In the
way, so
burbs.
that's how I look at it. So, I mean, some people have a house and they make the most use of their house, which Craig is probably making the most use of.
I think I just want, as long as my house I want a nice backyard and a pool.
Craig has that.
Yeah.
You're going outside the loop though.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I feel like I can do that inside the loop. Dude, going outside the loop is like going out of town, basically.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
So bring your passport,
man.
dog.
I don't want to do. It's just like I'm going out. Oh, you mean go out of town? You want me to go out of town to go see you?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
All this
You let me
out there
know.
space.
You let me know when you get inside the loop.
I
I'll
got
meet
pack
you.
my weekend bag.
Yeah, exactly. I'll meet you anywhere inside the loop. Anywhere inside the loop, I will meet you.
Like, dude, if I need more than my phone and my keys, dog, like, what do you really say?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to be out there unless you have a family.
We have Skype, man. I can Skype you. I can see you. It's 2019, dude. You
I
know?
gotta check the weather when I go out there.
Yeah, I gotta make sure. Yeah, I gotta check my tire pressure. Make sure my oil's been changed.
Yeah.
David's the most likely to move out to the suburbs for
Oh.
sure. Don't even.
I mean, yeah, Mr. Richbags over there going to his weekly dental visits.
Yeah, he calls it to his dentist.
They'll come to the house.
Yeah.
House call.
I bet he's getting money advice from his dentist. One stop shop.
Enjoy your cavities, my friends.
Dude,
I
whatever,
get a
man. I
lot.
brush my teeth every day.
Me too, man.
I'm not worried about my teeth. I'm worried about my gums.
Do you need more candy than what I know? What are you talking about? You should definitely be concerned about your.
I've never had a cavity, man.
Yeah, cavity
Dude,
is
it's
like
genetic, man. I've
Yeah.
never had one either.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard darker skin, you got more cavities.
And I don't floss.
I don't floss either. I don't floss unless I want to bleed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really.
You don't floss? You should definitely floss. That's
I hope my
disgusting.
dentist doesn't listen to this podcast.
Oh, I straight up tell them right before I go in. I'm like, hey, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna see. They're gonna see you. I'm like, hey, when you floss me, I'm gonna bleed. I straight up told her that. Like, Just
Why would,
expect.
why would you tell her that?
Because she's gonna experience it. I might as well give her a heads up.
You think you're the first person that she's a fucking dentist? I guarantee she smelled worse stuff than you.
No, but
Yeah,
like,
probably. But at least give her a
but
word like, hey, you don't need to scold me. I know I don't
Yeah,
floss.
why do you like? You don't even like attempt like a half lie. Like, bro, I used to pick dog.
No. No, it's straight up. Sorry, I don't floss.
That's actually really smart because I mean, it is like a doctor and nurse. Like, I don't understand when people lie to doctors. Like, bro, like that doctor. Like,
I always
What do you
one
say?
that's
What do you
there
put
now.
on the smoking thing when they ask? When you go to the doctor?
I don't smoke. But that's talking about cigarettes though.
That's you
What?
smoke more than
You tell them no.
I haven't been to a doctor in a while. I'm not rich like you, dude.
That's right. You should.
I went and got a checkup when I was like 30.
You had to check up. Oh yeah.
I got a
I used to
physical,
do that. I just haven't.
I just went and got a checkup. Yeah,
Like the blood one's good because it tells you.
Yeah, that's what I
everything,
did. I was like, just make
Yeah,
sure.
you're right. You
Just
shouldn't-
tell me I'm not dying
Yeah.
and I don't have AIDS, and that will be good enough. And he's like, okay, I'll give you the overall.
Did you go to Thailand recently? Sir?
Oh, damn it. Knew it. He was so beautiful, though. Listen, on that note, who is like, I always wonder about dentists. Who's passionate about teeth? Like, who goes in and is like, you know what, I really want to study and love good teeth?
Some people, man.
Yeah.
I have no answer for that.
You know?
I mean, yeah. I
It's a
think
pretty
some-
good profession. I don't know.
Or maybe some people's parents were dentists and they want to be dentists. Yeah.
Just imagine, dude, you've got to see some horrific things at the dentist.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
the. I mean,
Worse
that's
than
like
a doctor, though?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No,
At least
worse.
everything's gonna be in the mouth. You're not messing
Yeah.
with anything else.
Sorry.
When I used to talk to this girl that was ER doctor, she sent me pictures, like, just randomly of shit. I was like, I don't think you've seen me these pictures,
Yeah,
but she
definitely
would. And then I would be like, holy shit. I remember one of them she sent me, like, it was unsolicited. She just, like, sent me, it was a dude that was slashed from, like, here to here, like, from his temple to his jaw, just, like, one straight slash. And he had, like, fat cheeks, and he was just, like, it looked like he had a mouth, like, over here. It was just, like,
man.
almost, like, all the way down, like, his face. I was like, what the hell
That's disgusting.
happened to that dude?
That is gross.
Yeah, it was
Holy
disgusting.
shit.
Yeah, dude, it was disgusting. He was like a fatter dude. It was like a second mouth on his face.
Jeez.
Anyways, well, I guess that's about an hour.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. You just ate before you got here.
Yeah, but after you told that story, I'm pretty hungry.
All right, well, y'all got anything y'all want to promote?
Game 6 NBA Finals.
Oh yeah, that's
tonight.
tomorrow. What are y'all gonna do for the game 6? Predictions of the game. Who do you think's gonna win?
I don't know, dude.
I think
I'm gonna go Warriors.
I'm gonna go Warriors. I think Warriors are gonna win.
They're
I
gonna
hope
win.
they do, but
Yeah.
We just talked about how they're gonna leave Oakland, so they probably can't lose at Oakland when they leave.
yeah, well, they lost last game. It could have been the last one there.
Well, they'll figure it out.
I think we'll. I think we'll be able to tell. I don't know. They can't. They ruined that deficit last time. Is it in? It's in.
It's in
Toronto.
Oakland.
Oh, it's in Oakland.
No, it's in
Yeah.
Oakland.
And
So
game
it's
7.
the last game ever in that arena.
Whoa,
Ever.
dude,
Before
they're
they
gonna
moved to
win.
San
They're gonna win.
Francisco.
They're gonna win. They
They're
gotta.
gonna win.
They gotta wrap. If it's the last game ever, they gotta
Yeah,
wrap.
it should, but
Del Curry's been shooting well.
you can bring Del Curry in. Fathers can play. Fathers of players.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Is
I don't
Durant,
know,
is
man.
Durant gonna be
I guess-
is Durant gonna be
Yeah,
sitting on the bench or no?
I think he's having surgery already.
Oh.
No, he had
He
surgery
sent
today.
something out
He had
today.
surgery
He went to
today.
New York, so
Yeah.
he probably won't be there. Maybe they'll show him. He'll Skype in onto the jumbotron
that's-
and be like, "Hey guys, sitting here drugged up, feeling
Yeah.
good. Feel good about this game."
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go to the game to sit on the sideline. I'd be pissed. Like,
That would be hilarious if they went to him and he was wearing some
Yeah.
scrubs or whatever, his like little
His hospital bed.
hospital gown.
that'd be so funny, but it'd be messed up. That'd be really funny
That
though.
would be funny.
Somebody wrote Pusha T should do the Warriors national anthem. That would be
Oh,
pretty funny.
dude,
That'd
that'd
be
be
hilarious.
That would
They've
be-
been playing. They've been playing his music during warm ups.
Yeah, they're playing that Pusha T diss song.
oh really?
Yeah,
That's dope.
You think Drake would be there for Game 6?
Absolutely.
yeah, that's so.
Well, he hasn't been there for any of the Warriors ones.
He was there last game. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was at home.
No, that was in Toronto though.
Oh,
I feel like he's got.
Wait, this one's gonna go-
Could be closing out.
this one goes. It goes 1-1 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
It just rotates, which I like
yeah.
Yeah.
2-2, 1-1-1.
Ah.
because like it gives you a chance. Like if it's tied 2-2, which
Right.
if it's all even, you
Yeah.
know, It's like, hey, this is the best of 3, and the guy with the home court gets the last game.
It used to be 2-3-2.
Yeah.
So yeah, if the away team won one of the first 2, they were at such an advantage because then they could win all their home games and win the series.
Correct.
I guess they're not on a commercial flight. I was like, how terrible would that flight be? But if you're in like, if you're in a private jet,
What are you talking about? These dudes are 7 foot tall, man. They cannot fit in regular flights.
Yeah, that's true.
Copa America starts this weekend. Brazil and Chile play Saturday.
Damn, no name.
I'm sorry, Argentina and Colombia play Saturday.
Damn.
Cool.
It's a good game. Messi's playing?
Yeah, I mean the best players are playing.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
On Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday night because it's in Brazil.
What time?
it's gonna be-
What time Saturday?
I think it's gonna be like 5 or 6.
Neymar's out.
Shit.
So
I had a family party. My aunt and uncle been married for 50 years.
damn,
Holy
that's awesome.
shit, that is awesome.
50 years. Could you imagine being married to
Should bring the Trump pinata, man.
It's just can you imagine waking up in the same, seeing the same person's face every
one thing
fucking
for
day
50
for
years.
50 years?
When she's that one JP, it will be nice.
Shut the fuck up, David.
You live for 50
I don't care
years.
who it is. It could be. I don't care who it is. Anyone's face you see for 50 years in a row,
That's
you
like
gotta be.
20,000
You just gotta
days.
wake up and just be like, damn it, damn you.
Better than seeing my own face.
Yeah, I feel. Hey, Brad boy. I was gonna say it, but you
Damn.
said it.
It's a Hallmark card. Seeing your face for 50 years is way better than seeing mine.
Boom. We're making it. There you go, Chad.
Boom. And on that note, all right. Yeah. Freshoffthedome.com, Fresh Off the Dome on iTunes and Spotify and on Instagram. Do you have anything else you want to promote? Dentist. Shout out to dentists.
Shout out to dentists. Go see your local
Go
dentist.
see your local dentist, wherever they are.
If you have insurance.
Fix your damn teeth.
Buy a house.
If you don't, good luck.
Or should you buy a house?
I hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll see you next week.